everyone, Joshua here from Art, and welcome to a new stream. We are on Medieval 2. Yes, Medieval 2 on the series. Which, I hope you all like the new introduction to this. I know it was just recent news, of course, but hey. Yeah, new introduction thing for the Pizza Thursday series, ain't it?
Sir Daniel Fortescue, back from the dead once again. The great hero of Gallowmere reduced to a dusty relic at the back of the old museum. Well, things have changed since you've been away. It's a new world, but with the same old problems. So find yourself a weapon and get ready for a scrap. Oh, and if you see my spectral trail, stand in the lights and press action to summon me.
Oh, how I love Medieval 2. Oh, how I love Medieval 2. Right. I just love Medieval 2. I mean, it's sad to see that this game may have not ever gotten a remake treatment. How sad, right? Of how sad it is. Because this game definitely deserved a remake. As the same treatment as the first game did. Because, again, I love the second game. I love this one. Medieval 2 is definitely a real amazing one. And of course, this is going for 100%. You're going to be going 100%. I can't remember the last time I did play Medieval 2, though. Sometimes I do wonder, or sometimes I do wonder if you actually have this, or have this feeling, but sometimes do you feel very stupid? Because it seems like I'm being blamed. I'm being blamed by saying that I never put the games back in their cases. Recently, I'm starting to be blamed, or feel like I'm being blamed of, yeah, used to I would not put the cases, or the games back in their cases, but again, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. Now I put the games back in their cases, but it still seems like, it just seems like I'm being blamed on some games that I'm trying to find, and I wish that I could find.
As well as an inventory, you've got two.
It just makes you feel stupid.
Select your weapon.
Being blamed, it just feels stupid.
Buttons to select the slot it should go in. Once both slots are full, L1 plus square switches weapons without going back to your inventory. Should make killing things much more fun. Dane, let me remind you about some of the finer points of combat. Press triangle to duck. If you press triangle whilst running, you'll do a daring dash. Combine this with jump for a super jump. Try it out.
There was just so much potential that could be for a Medieval remake, or a Medieval 2 remake, sorry. A Medieval 2 remake, there could have been so much potential.
If you equip the shield from your inventory, triangle becomes defend. You can use it with the daring dash for when things get really hairy. It's got a limited amount of strength, so use it sparingly, or it'll be you that gets a battering.
Or that happens. That could happen too. And I know, there are people that say that Medieval 2 isn't one of the greatest. I mean, that's why it needs a remake, because
if you see walls like this,
if they remake the second game, if they remake this one, they can
get to new areas.
They can, you know, make some improvements to make it better, right? They can make some improvements if they can remake the second game. They can make some big improvements to make it better. That's why it would be good for a remake. I mean, am I the only one to say? Am I the only one? Though. I'm just saying, am I the only one? But I mean, and with a remake of the second game, they could fix the endings. Because, you know, you actually, you know, if you, of course, beat the game normally without 100%ing the game, you will, of course, here, let me pause this. You'll get, of course, the good ending, really. Yeah, you would get the good ending. Apparently, they're in development, they accidentally made the endings wrong. They accidentally put the endings, like the good and bad ending, in the wrong order. So apparently, instead of getting the bad ending and the normal ending, for the normal ending, you get the good ending that you would normally get in the 100%, for getting 100%. And then, for getting 100%, you would be getting the bad ending. That would technically be for the normal ending. So, again, a remake could fix that. A remake of the game could definitely fix it. A remake could definitely fix it.
This crafty scoundrel is the Spiff. He'll provide you with nearly everything you'll ever need at a hefty price. Press action to select him.
Thank you, Spiff. But yeah, I just wish Sony could provide us to have a sequel remake, right? To have a remake of this one. And to make a Medieval 3. Because remember, there was a Medieval 3 originally, but it was scrapped. It was cut. Or cancelled. Either way you want to put it.
On every level you'll find a chalice. It fills with the souls of the vanquished. Dispatch enough enemies to collect it.
Dang it.
On every level you'll find...
I always hate it when I do that. Accidentally select it twice. And of course, there's some boss fights that I would love to see remade too, or look remade, like the Count, Jack the Ripper, Lord Pelthorn himself, Dogman, and Mander. And I would like to see how they do with Kia. Right, with Princess Kia. How she would look remade. That'd be quite interesting to see too. So say, Sony, this is why we would need a remake. Of needing a remake. Look. Zarok. 1386. When Sir Dan vanquished Zarok was 1386. The year 1386. Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, no offense, Dan, but definitely, Dan is definitely an old man, for sure. He's definitely an old man. Right. Definitely an old man of... I mean, I know I don't technically have to kill these. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I just realized I don't have any bottles. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any bottles. I don't have no bottles. And I'm just running in like an idiot. Not a very wise choice.
All right, Dan, you've come a long way. I'd
Save if I were you. Saving progress. I'll save over the second save file.
You made it. Nice one, Dan. If you meet that monster, don't be too scared. Look for his weak point. Don't let things get on top of you. Get on top of them. Afterwards, I'll take you to meet me boss.
Alright. Just so we won't get killed. Just so we won't die. You can feel free to pause if y'all want to rate these, or just come back later when this is not live anymore to raid most of them. Ow. Ow. better get the pistol out. First phase done. But of course, he's going to turn into a pterodactyl. Say it's turned into a pterodactyl. Now I gotta get my pistol out. There you go. Get the potion, the life bottle, and let's leave the level since we've got the chalice too.
Well done, Winston. I see you managed to find him after all. Fortescue, pleased to meet you. I should imagine that you are a little nonplussed as to what exactly is going on, eh? Well, allow me to introduce myself. Professor Hamilton Gifford, magician, inventor, and master of the occult at your service. If you're wondering what you're doing once again walking the earth, it appears that someone has got their hands on the legendary Xerox spellbook. Well, people like myself have been searching for that book for centuries. The power within its pages, oh! Well, last year, certain pieces of the book turned up, and this is the result. Total chaos! First, we have to find the extent of the damage, don't we? I myself am imprisoned in this god-awful pit without any power. Top priority is to get this place in a suitable shape to start waging a little guerrilla war. Has Winston told you about collecting magic? He has. Oh, good. Well, off you go then. Select where you want to go on the projector over here. Also, if you collect the chalice, I should be able to reward you with a new weapon. You can collect this off me here. Cane stick, sir? No modern knight should be seen without one.
Because I don't ever use this. I don't ever use the cane stick.
From what I can work out, this is the epicenter of the blast. Look around, Fortescue, connect as much magic as possible, and see if you can work out who's behind this terrible state of affairs.
Save progress first. This is funny how Professor Kiff already knowed from the start of who is responsible, right? Which is kind of not a surprise either, that he would know who is responsible. Oh, of how I hate these enemies right here. Waiting for this guy to turn visible. That guy's definitely annoying. But not so bad. Not very terrible. Still a pain. Thankfully not very annoying. I'm trying to... There you go. This shouldn't have been that hard. Man, they're piling up on me. These things are piling up on me. Oh, come on. What is this supposed to be, at least? What is this thing supposed to be? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't kind of understand what it's supposed to be. Hey, Winston.
Certain objects could be pushed or pulled. Stand close and hold action to lock on. Use the directional buttons to move it about.
Oh, wait. Pushed it the wrong area. Got the key. I guess taking us where we were. Yeah. Yeah. Townhouse key, we need a Yeah, again, we're going for 100%. Found the townhouse key. Alright, I can get the chalice. Yeah, again, we can get the chalice now. I can't forget to get the chalice. Go into the building where Pelthorn, or where we saw in the intro with
You
Pelthorn.
made it! This is where the spell was cast. Look around for clues and then head over to the museum. Something seems to be going on over there.
Yeah, we're in Pelthorn's place. This is Pelthorn's place. Pocket watch. Hit the bell to get the chalice. There you go.
Once through this door, there's no going back, Dane. So you probably want to make sure that you got the chalice.
See, that's why you gotta always make sure to get the chalice first.
Master will be pleased with booty.
Yes, it's a pity we cannot yet enter the tomb. We will return.
All right, Dan, you've come a long way. I'd save if I was you.
Thank you, Winston. Okay, don't fall. Don't fall. Good, good. I'm getting absolutely mauled. I'm getting mauled. We'll just leave those things behind. It's like it's almost, it's like, oh, you can just about reach it. I think that's all of them. Here we are. Time to brave Princess Kia.
Fortescue, you made it! Excellent! The energy you've collected has given us power of a sort. And that's not all you've brought back, I see. I don't normally approve of any old waif or stray, but when they're as pretty as this one, I think we could make exceptions. Oh, Sorry. Well, tell me, did you find anything useful on your journey? A what? A snake, a dog, and a rocket?
And also found this.
Interesting. I'll analyze this and see if I can't debrief our friend over here. So, Dad, go and get some more zombie juice for my machines. Try the hammer of Thor. You're sure to have a smashing time.
Oh yeah, the hammer, or hammer.
The freak show. It contains some weird specimens at the best of times. Heaven knows what's going on there now. Creep in round the back to avoid being spotted.
Oh, the freak show. This is definitely a weird level, but a very cool weird level.
Dang, without a ringmaster, the imps are going crazy. They're up to something, but I don't know what.
Well, don't worry, we'll figure it out. Ow. Really weird enemies in this one. Get away, you imp. Why can I not hit the imp? There we go. That money right there ain't really worth it. So I don't really risk it. I don't risk getting it. Yeah, I don't risk it. Take that, you wizard. Oh yeah, it does. Just getting money here. I don't think this room is really... Yeah, I don't think this room is really necessary. But I still... Most of the time I still like doing it. Yeah. Yeah, like... Yeah, so you're just getting chicken. You really just get chicken.
Stand on the trampoline and hold down jump to gain some height.
Really didn't need to go in there.
The imps are using the freak show to build an army of giant elephant bots. Try and find where they're being constructed and destroy them. If we don't stop them, they'll storm the old city.
I don't want to go into this I can't get the chalice yet. No, wrong one. I don't know why the audio just completely leaves on these parts. Like, I don't know why. We're almost to getting the chalice. There we are. Now I can get the chalice. There we are. Chalice collected. One, two. There you go. Both keys. And again, yeah. Also, if they do a remake of Medieval 2, they can definitely fix some of these issues with the audio. There we are. Alright, level done.
Dad, you're back! Fantastic! Loads to tell you. I've analyzed the watch you found, and I think I know who is behind this madness.
Who?
The name of our enemy is Lord Palethorn. He tried to gain respectability by joining the magician's circle, but they expelled him after he began to experiment with black magic. Frightful, frightful man. As far as we can see, the whole city has fallen under his wicked spell. Every dead soul in London is walking the streets, and a host of other demons have arrived to plague us. Not all bad news, though. This lady is none other than Kia, 91st consort of Ramesses himself. I've been doing a little reading, and let me tell you, you might feel old, but she's positively ancient. No thanks.
You were the one who freed me from my eternal prison. Great warrior, I salute thee. I am forever in your debt.
Right, introduction's over. On with the show.
I love Kia.
Lovely, isn't she?
Crossbow.
The crossbow. Greenwich. Winston's done some reconnaissance. He says he saw something weird going on at the observatory. If Palethorn was behind it, he must be stopped.
Oh, this level, though. Oh, this level. I really don't like this level. And the pumpkin one.
Lost your head, Dane? Switch between head and body using L1 plus triangle. If you find your head, L1 plus triangle will put it back on.
Dang it. Sorry, you bird. It is kind of funny that you can just lose your head on here. Kill that bird.
Dane, I've looked around. There's something going on in the observatory, but the entrance is barred. Perhaps you can find another way of getting in. Go and see what's across the river.
Ugh. Okay. Alright, got my head. Got my head. here, you bird. Don't need the head to get away. Oh no, not these. Oh, I hate these green enemies. I hate these green enemies. I hate these green gloves. Thankfully, I got a screenshot of how to solve this puzzle. Fell again.
Them birds pesky, aren't they? See if you can use your head to solve this puzzle. It should work like any other item in your inventory.
Put that in there. Alright, then the puzzle. Puzzle. I think that's... Yeah, I got a screenshot of how to actually do the puzzle. Okay, why is it different now? Yeah, apparently it's different. Okay, I need to get back to Dan. There you go. Okay, so yeah, it's different. It's different now. Yeah, I don't know why it's different. Better get my head. Kind of weird to say, but yeah, get the head. Got the chalice. Yeah, I definitely didn't want to forget the chalice. Don't forget the chalice.
Once through this door, there's no going back, Dane. So you probably want to make sure that you got the chalice.
Yes, I did get the chalice.
All right, Dan, you've come a long way. I'd save if I was you.
Or This is that puzzle was really the only thing I don't like about this level. And if you don't get your head in time, and those green blobs get on your head. Say like that. Like that. I just need to make sure I don't get any of those green things on me. There you go. Oh, I gotta be careful. There, jeez.
If we could get the fire going, we might be able to use the balloon.
And I also hate this challenge too. There we go. That wasn't actually as bad as I was expecting. Wait, I don't know why it just got me off of there. Oh boy, it's time for Mander and Dogman. Time to fight Mander and Dogman.
Manda, is it ready?
Yes, Master. At the press of a button, the great scoop will find all the pages of the spell book.
Good. Start the machine.
Start the machine.
Yes. Soon it will be mine.
What the devil? No! What have we got here? Meddlesome fool. Do you know what you've ruined? Manda, deal with this wretch.
Time to break some bones, Dogman.
Bones, bones, bones.
Shut up.
Oh boy, here we go. I can't believe that actually got. I can't believe that actually went well.
Fortescue, well done, my friend. You thwarted Palethorn. Winston tells me about his fiendish scheme, and it's our first piece of good news. If he hasn't got all the pages of the spellbook, then he hasn't got full control of the undead. If we can get to them before he does, then we just might stand a chance of defeating him. Sorry, no time for chat. If you're ready, let's get this show on the road. Take this weapon. It's better than it looks.
So I can tell you. Got the axe. Oh, and I know what it means too.
Winston has traced Palethorn. He's somewhere within Kew. Who knows what you'll encounter when you're there?
I really hate this level. It's so awful.
Oh, Manda, it's a good thing our experiment in Greenwich turned up a page of the spellbook before that weird little skeleton monster chose to interrupt everything.
Yes, Master.
I trust his demise was suitably unpleasant.
Master, he proved to be quite a resilient foe. He managed to evade us.
What? Good grief, man, what do I pay you for?
The two of you are worse than useless. I just hope the spell's been a success, and I can dispense with your services.
I hate this level.
The whole area is overrun with mutated plant life. It's bound to be one of Palethorn's evil schemes. Whatever he's up to, you've got to stop him.
Yeah, the antidote. Dang it, no.
You've got to stop the humans from turning into pumpkins. If they get infected, use the antidote before it's too late. I don't know exactly how many we can afford to lose.
Again, this is why it makes it very horrible. Okay. Let's tell. just hate these areas here. Yeah, we're doing good so far. Wait. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I don't know why I went back in here. Yeah, of course, that has to happen. the guy at? Well, I just lost a good soul. Yeah, because I accidentally killed one. Yeah, I just killed that girl. I just murdered that woman. Okay, got a silver sailed. Let's just hope I'm able to get the chalice. Come on, almost there. Please. Yeah, we got it. We managed to do it. Only lost one good soul. But still, we managed to get the chalice. Okay, now we just gotta... Gotta be careful. Gotta be so careful here. Careful. Okay, got the chalice. I just gotta go. And we gotta go back down without any problems. Okay, pretty good. Oh, that went very well. I was nervous, too. I was nervous.
The professor asked me to give you this.
Bombs. Got
All right,
bombs.
Dan, you've come a long way. I'd save if I was you.
Yep, we're about to get to Iron Sniger.
Dad! Not a moment too soon. Palethorn is launching an all-out attack. Kier says he's made some giant monster that will crush us all. Our only hope is to make our own. And using Kier's embalming knowledge, I think we can. In fact, I already have the head, but I need limbs. Limbs, Dad. I don't care what you've got to do to get them. We must get limbs. Now's no time to be squeamish, Fortescue. Just bring me the limbs one at a time. Place them on the slab, and we'll build a monster of our own.
Oh boy. Yeah, here we go. We get to build our own. Okay, got a left leg. Camera angle. Okay, got a left arm. Give me a body. There we go. Now we can collect the chalice. Oh wait, here. Yeah. No. Come on. Let's get the chalice. Got the chalice. Okay, got the torso. The bum, or bottom. Need one more foot. Okay, there we go. Got a right leg. I think that's the... Yep, there you go.
Here we are.
Y'all know what time it is.
We're doomed. Unless...
Iron Sliger. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fight Night. Palethorn Promotions, in association with the Forces of Darkness, brings you a match to the death between, in the white corner, weighing at 280 pounds with a record of no fights and no wins, David Stein. And in the black corner, weighing in at 440 pounds with an unbeaten record of 40 straight wins, the unstoppable Iron Slayer. Nothing to tell you the prize that's at stake. Let's get it on!
Okay, I want a good, clean fight. And the first one to get a knockout is the winner. Any lost limbs can be collected between rounds. Okay? And let's
Here we
fight.
go. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. one too. Yeah, I'm going to lose. Yeah, just finish me off.
Oh, dearie me, this isn't very good at all, is it?
Au contraire, Professor, it's very good. As once again, I defeat the good guy and get the good.
That right arm. Round. And you become more of a man. Round 4. Oh, now we're even. We were even at least. Haha! Now you got no arms. What are you gonna do now? Or legs! Ha! Sucker! Yep, we win. I was gonna say, I was like, okay, go all in. Go all in. Go all in.
Curse you! Curse you all! You think you've won? I have my day. And when I do, I'll...
Whew. I mean, hey. We lost at least one time. We lost one time.
Well, we won that round quite literally, didn't we? But we're not out of the woods just yet. In fact, at this very moment, I'm picking up 2 areas of extreme psychic disturbance. One in Whitechapel, the other, it's like nothing I've ever seen. It's a pity you can't be in 2 places at once, Dan.
Professor, let me go.
No, it's too dangerous.
Well, if she's careful and comes back at the first sign of trouble.
Wait. Sir Fortis, Dan, you freed me from my tomb. Do not imprison me in another. I wish to see the world, to help in the fight, and I will be careful.
Okay, Kira, you go to Whitechapel. Dan, you check out the other disturbance.
Which he's gonna regret that. He's really gonna regret it.
I've done a little work on your sword. You should find this a whole lot better. It's enchanted. If it runs out, the spiff will be able to recharge
Charge it for you. But I don't know if I should use it though.
This is the center of the psychic disturbance.
Oh,
It's a new
the
one,
count.
see? All I'm reading is a great
This is the one with the
benevolent
count.
slumbering
I remember.
evil. Extreme caution as always, Dan. Oh, and before you go, you might want to use your
stinking
head on
count.
some of those hands over there. Stand over hand
And those creepy
use
little
your head to
girls.
see what happens.
Those creepy little girls, too. Oh, good gosh. One of those creepy little girls. Or those creepy girls that just... with those creepy laughs. Those creepy laughs. Oh. Oh, and those vampires.
Try the second compressor, Dogman. What a strange adversary Fortescue is. He's persistent, I'll give him that. But he certainly has beaten of you two. He also defeated Iron Slugger, Master.
He also defeated Iron Slugger.
You don't! I've had enough of you slimy, whiny get-at!
No matter. I'll call on my allies earlier than expected.
Aye, well done. Is the time right for my glorious arrival?
Oh yes, the timing is just perfect.
Come on, we're off.
Ah. This should be fun. I'm telling you. This should just be fun. This should be fun.
Hi, then. The entrance seems to be guarded. I'll try and find another way in if I was you. Has the professor told you about using hands? Stand over one and use your head in the inventory. Try that.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, if you try to ring the door or the bell, just that would just pop it. Wait, is that money? Yeah, it is. Put my head on it. really don't like this level. I'm telling you, especially this section. Having to get the key. See? He grabs you. And he throws you out if you get caught. That probably should have killed me. I'm telling you. That probably should have killed me. Gosh darn it. I forgot that. Hide under the table. Can't get me, I'm under the table. Is that guy still in here? Oh wait, yeah. I just realized. Duh. I don't use that. Gosh darn it, come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, I don't know why I'm not... Why am I not able to jump properly on it? Come on. I can't remember. I haven't played Medieval 2 in so long. So I'm having to try to remember most of these. But if I get caught, then I'm gonna get killed. Yeah, if I get caught, then I'm gonna die. Because he's gonna smack me. Okay, never mind. I do have to use that. Gosh, these little girls are creepy. Don't get me. I swear. Oh, those creepy sounds that they make. Those... You know, those sounds. Okay, I got the key. The first part of this level is uncomfortable. I'm telling you. It's uncomfortable. Literally uncomfortable. Guess I can put these. But that's not gonna make any excuse that, you know, I still don't have any health. Those little girls are so creepy. I'm telling you, this level is just honestly terrifying. Okay, so that's what Lee of... life bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got 6 life bottles now.
I've scouted around. The place is infested with vampires. They're immune to all weapons. You'll have to find another way of killing them. I'll explore the top floors while you deal with this one.
Oh. Kill these vampires. I do love the concept of this level. It's just... it's painful. I love the idea of this level. It's just so painful. Kind of like the chapel. Or, Cathedral Spires. The level right before you fight Pelthorn. The final boss. Right before you go into the final boss fight with Pelthorn. And Mander. And Dogman. And yeah, even though Medieval 2 is my favorite of the Medieval games, there are still levels, like I mentioned, that I don't like. Some levels on here that I don't like. Like I mentioned, this one's one of them. The Count fight is whatever, I guess. Yeah, the Count fight is whatever. However you want to put it. That's whatever, at least. The Count fight. I mean, it's not one of the greatest fights in Medieval, but still, it's an okay fight. As long as you know what to do. And, yeah. Jack the Ripper is sort of okay. Once again, as long as you know what you're doing. Once you know what you're doing, I could say. Oh, I know that sound. I'm trying to get that money. Like I said, Jack the Ripper is whatever. You could say, put it, whatever. Kind of. I hope I remember I'm doing this right. I hope I remember I'm doing this right. Yeah, I think it would be smart to do this first, wouldn't it? The vampires ain't gonna burn unless right, they ain't gonna burn unless... Are you stuck? Okay, I was gonna say, are you stuck? It seemed like he was stuck. It really seemed like he was stuck. I always think I hear farting sounds. I don't know why. Those old men, like, enemies, always sound like they're farting. I don't know why, but it just always sounds like they're farting. It just always sounds like that they're farting. I swear, if I fell off... Alright, I swear, if I fell off there... Yes? No, you're doing it. Come in here. Come on. Come on. Are these vampires that stupid? I said come on. Can't they not see this opening? Is that the problem? They can't see that opening. Thank you. One vampire cooperated. One vampire cooperated. I might have messed up, because I do remember I need to push this in, too. Again, I might have messed up. I need to get this there. I needed to get that there. I need to push this. I probably should have waited to do the coffins, right? Thinking about it, I probably should have waited to do the coffins after I pushed the blocks. Now thinking about it, I probably should have done that. But you know me. We are not perfect human beings. We are not perfect. Really? He about walked in right into my clutches. Like for real. Okay, he walked into my clutches. Good. No! No! Why? Ugh! Making it worse for myself. I'm making it worse for myself. Come on. Come on. There you go. I'm making it worse for myself, as it already is. Or, it doesn't need to be made much worse. Okay, I can get the chalice. I can get the chalice now. Yeah, why does it sound like that they're farting? Isn't me. It sounds like that they're farting. Ignore those creepy little... Ignore these creepy little girls. I gotta find the right stupid door. I gotta find the right stupid door. Oh, those giggles, though. Okay, got the chalice. I got the chalice. Where's that? Is it this one? Hoping it's this one. Yeah, it is. Okay. I really hope that there's going to be more health I can get before I defeat the Count. I really hope. And of course all the vampires are going to be coming out. Gotta wait for the vampires to go back to sleep. I really pray that there's going to be more health somewhere, if I remember, because... Thank you. Okay. There is more health. This probably ain't gonna fill up all the way of all my bottles, but still. Yeah, I knew it probably wasn't gonna fill up all the way, but still, I don't care. I just hope I can have I just hope it will be enough health. I just hope it could be enough health for the Count. For the stupid Count fight. I just hope so. Man, that vampire burned very quick. I didn't expect it to go like that. Not so fast, vampires. Can you please go back to sleep? Yeah, that's it. Just go back to sleep. I do wonder, can I go ahead and get this one too? Because that vampire is already there, down below, where I can burn him. So, can I just get this vampire down there too? I just thought of it. Ugh. You know what? There. Just burn that. Alright, all vampires have been put in to a very painful rest. The door has opened. I am not ready of what comes. Of what is to come. I am not ready. I am not ready. Because I know the Count is going... Lord, help me. Oh, Lord, help me.
All right, Dan, you've come a long way. I'd save if I was you.
Oh, Lord, help me. Lord, oh, Jesus, help me. I am scared. For the count.
Whatever's through this door is a lot worse than the stuff you've already encountered. Use your wits, not just your weapons. Reflect on what
I said. Get it? It's a hint. Get it? Get it? It's a hint. Because you're having to reflect the light from the mirrors in this boss fight. So, it's a hint. It's a hint. It's a hint for fighting the count. I don't think there's anything in this room besides the count. Yeah, I guess not. The count.
What manner of creature are you to disturb the Count's sleep? Why, before me I see nothing more than a reanimated bag of armor and bone. You have done well to get this far, but the Count has walked this earth for 1,000 years, defeating hundreds stronger than you, and for 1,000 more I should... You interrupt me! For your insolence, you shall suffer beyond all imagining, my ugly little friend.
Well, time for the count. Oh, no. Who's ready? I'm not. Yeah, so you're supposed to reflect these onto the count. You're supposed to reflect those onto the count. Once again, if I haven't made my point clear, I hate the count fight. Again, if I haven't made my point clear. I don't think I can go into my inventory. No, I can't. For a sealed. I was hoping I can go into my inventory for a sealed. To get more sealed. Okay, first phase down. Now the lights are going to be coming. Now the light is going to be coming.
You have fought well, my bony friend, but all resistance is futile. You cannot defeat the Count.
Now I gotta reflect the sun onto the count. Yeah, now I gotta reflect the sun onto the count. Like this. Reflect all the lights, all the beam onto the count. Okay, we actually defeated the Count. We defeated the Count. I was expecting it to go way worse. And now he's just gonna start crying.
Hello, Dan. You destroyed the count.
Excellent.
Excellent.
What's the matter?
Unfortunately, I'm afraid that we've lost all contact with Kia. She went to Whitechapel, and we haven't heard from her since.
Well, I said she didn't go.
I know, it's all my fault. If anything's happened to her, I'll never forgive myself, and I don't think you'll ever forgive me, will you? We should probably go after Palethorn, but why don't you go and see if you can find her? Look what I've made with all that vampire juice.
Lightning bolts. Got lightning bolts.
We last heard from Kia here. See if you can find her. My scans show something powerful has been collecting magic energy, so watch your back.
Oh, here's one thing. I ain't gonna do this level right now. Yeah, we're not doing this level right now. We just needed to get to a save point. We just needed to get to an area where we can save, because we've run out of time for this one. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Which one of the kids turned on some new. And let me know what I think. Till the next one.